against collections. And how are y'all doing this morning? Well, it's noon now because it's like 2:14. Y'all, it's so much going on in this big bad world. And we have this case going on, the Karmelo Anthony case, which everybody knows. And I think I did a live on this yesterday. Karmelo Anthony is innocent to me, and that's my personal opinion. He did not unalive the other young man. And before I start going into my chat, I'd like to give my condolences to that family. I'm very sorry that y'all lost your son. It's a hurtful thing. It's very hurtful when mine gets sick and I almost cry. And there's things I can't do for them. So I understand how you feel right now. But my condolences goes out to you that you lost a child that lost a life at the early age of 17. But I'm so sorry. And also to the Anthony family, I'm sorry for your family as well. You lost a child due to this incident here. But your child was innocent to me. And that's my personal opinion. But he was sent away, and the judge gave him 35 years. But your child is innocent to me. Now, I'm going to go into my video here because I like to acknowledge both sides. And I know how both sides feel. One family has a child in trouble, and one side has a child that they had lost. I'm not out here to criticize no one because I don't want no one to criticize me. But I am being fair that fair can get. I listen to a lot of content creators, and I listen to how they give their opinion and how they break down this film, this blurry film that's been edited about 50,000 times. And I watch it. Now, I watch it just that many times because every content creator show it from a different angle. But if you went to my live on yesterday, I know I stated in there, I listen to 4 content creators every day because I know they're going to bring the truth. They're not going to cut corners. They're going to dig, and bring all the information that they can bring. One content creator had on her show, out of the 4 on yesterday, a person who actually got to see the original video for, I think she says between 10 to 11 minutes long, something like that. And they show it, they show Karmelo Anthony, the accuser, was sitting on the bench under the tent. His friend invited him in there, and him and his friend was chatting. But the entire time, Karmelo Anthony had his head down. He was texting on his phone. His friend probably was texting on his phone too. But the next thing you know, the brothers showed up. And 2 more other people showed up. And 2 more, well, it had to be a total of 5 because the other friend that invited Karmelo Anthony in under the tent was already there. Showed up. To make a long story short, y'all, the way this lady described it, these boys actually jumped Karmelo Anthony. They grabbed him and put him in a chokehold. They took his book bag That's where it started. They took his book bag and he told them not to touch him. And that's the way we were raised. We'll let you know, hey, don't bother me. Don't touch me. Don't do anything. Don't at this point, just leave me alone. And that's all he was trying to tell them. Don't bother him. He's not there to cause any problem. He was there because he was invited there by his friend that belongs to that team to get out of the rain. Those boys wasn't having it. They snatched his book bag. They snatched him up. And I'm be honest with you, Karmelo Anthony did not have a weapon. Only thing he had was a phone. He had a little cut on his finger when he went to the police to let the police know that what happened. He could have got that little scamp right there on that bleacher where he was running down the stairs and fell. Okay? He did not have none of that. He did not have a weapon. Remember, this is my personal opinion, not no one else's personal opinion. This is my personal opinion. I have to make sure my volume up. Karmelo Anthony did not take that young man's life. He don't have a hurt bone in his body to take that young man's life. Not when he went and jumped in a pool of water to save another child that was at the bottom of the pool. Life. Life is very important to Karmelo Anthony. He did not take that young man's life. They had him in a chunk hole. They were beating on him. His face and stuff was swollen. You can do what you want to do here. And I know this man's face was swollen. The way they were describing the punches was coming. I know he's hurt on the inside, which his attorney is going to take care of all that. They try to dock the pictures up where you won't see the bruises. But this young man was hurt, y'all. He was hurting real bad. God was with him. He has epilepsy. And the doctor cleared him to play football because that does help him with the epilepsy. It might have been the medication that he takes to give him a lot of energy. And sometimes you take certain medication, it does give you a lot of energy. Hello, how are you doing? Let me clear the air right now. I don't care anybody coming in on my channel. I don't care if you leave a comment. I don't care if you subscribe. But you will not come on my channel with the foolishness, okay? Because I'm not out here to hurt nobody. I'm out here for the right. I care about the other side as well. And like I said it in my opening statement, I am sorry that the other side lost their child. And I have given my condolences, now more than once. And when I come on my channel, I acknowledge that young man that lost his life. It wasn't nothing that Karmelo Anthony did to him. I acknowledge Karmelo Anthony's parents too, because they lost a child that's going to prison for 35 years for something that he did not do. And that's just the bottom line. This young man was bullied. This young man was beaten. And they tried to docket it up to hide from the public and try to put all that on Karmelo Anthony. Karmelo Anthony didn't do anything. The Lord was with him to get him out of that situation. I'm sorry. Thank you. To get him out of that situation. To get him out of that headlock. Because these some big boys, y'all. These not no little small boys. Karmelo Anthony, my understanding, is 130 pounds. And you got two at 200 something pounds. Then you got another two. Don't know how much they weigh, but that's still a lot of weight for 130 pounds. Now, God was with him to get him out of there. He slipped out of there. And he ran to get help. To let his coach know, police officer know he didn't do it. He didn't say it. He just said, what did I do? He didn't admit to none of that. They didn't give him his Miranda rights. They didn't do anything. Only thing they did, put handcuffs on him and put him in the back of a police car and did not even notify his parents. If his parents, someone hadn't called his parents and let his parents know that there was a fight at that school and somebody got hurt, the parents would have never known. They tracked their son and found he was still at the school. In trouble. Come on, y'all. Now, y'all know better than that. Everybody know better than that. I'm a parent, too. I love my children, and I love everybody else's children. My children have been around the bullies, and the bullies have came to my house. But guess what? We didn't have that problem, because we sit down and talk. I believe in talking to children, and I talk to their parents. Listen, Miss Catherine, we know you can handle them. That's why we ain't worried. Y'all have to get along and communicate with each other. Now, Karmelo Anthony didn't know nothing, didn't know the boys, but I know he know other boys because my son ran track and played football and basketball. My son know of the other players because he was playing sports. But just knowing them personally, no, he did not. And this is the same thing with him. He did not know those boys personally. The only person he knew was his friend that attended that school. That's how that went. Now, how did the other young man lost his life? That's still in question. Because I know Karmelo Anthony didn't do it. He did not do that. You got to remember, it were 4 other boys there, besides the twins. Those other players, boys, they were scared of those twins. You don't know, one of them might have unalived that young boy, because they was afraid of him. You don't know that. We don't know that. I can't say that. But this got to stop. I am calling for a mistrial. I am calling for a mistrial. I'll put you on pause for 1 minute. I'll be right back. Don't come back in the room. Understand? I got a bill. I'm sorry about that. I had to take a quick break. I am calling for a mistrial. And the reason why I'm calling for a mistrial, somebody going to prison and Karmelo Anthony coming home. He's getting out of there. I prayed the prayer. God answered my prayer. And many more prayer warriors besides mine prayed for Karmelo Anthony to get a dream team. And he has his team. God put that dream team in place because he was accused of something he didn't do. Again, I am sorry that the other young man lost his life. But Karmelo Anthony didn't do this. I am fighting for Karmelo Anthony to get out. I am fighting for the appeal. And I am fighting for a mistrial. Because if this thing go to court, y'all, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be real ugly. And what? And what? Call for a mistrial. The other side, please call for a mistrial. Because it's some people on your side is going to prison for this. We already see one student change clothes in a broad daylight. Change clothes. We already see another student wearing the trash can. Pull an object out of there. We don't know what it is. That's 2 right there. We already know cheerleaders have written a letter to let them know that those young men was bullies and the name calling. Okay, we already know somebody on that side is going to prison for perjury. I don't have a hate bone in my body for nobody. Now, if you want to, FBI, if you want to come and pull my tape, you can pull my tape. Because if anybody out there saying negative things on my channel, you welcome to use it. But I don't know no more than what everybody else knows. But I do know this, in my opinion, and from the bottom of my heart, Karmelo Anthony didn't unalive that other student. He did not. That boy was focusing on that meeting that he had to get up and run, focusing on that phone, whoever he was texting to. It's okay to go up underneath a tent. You was invited. Like I said, it's, if I go to one of my friends' house, they, Catherine, you want to come over? Hey, we having a cookout. I was invited. Then something break out. I was invited. I just didn't show up on my own. And that's the same thing with him. Y'all need to stop saying these nasty, ugly things about this young man, because this young man didn't do anything wrong. He was invited. I'm not going to call those students' name on the other side, because I don't believe in doing that. The only reason why I said Karmelo Anthony, because he's in the news. We try to fight to get him out. Not only me, the whole world. And I keep saying, I am proud of those 4 big celebrities who is helping that family and helping those attorneys, to get those attorneys to fight for him. If 50 Cent didn't believe in him, you think he'll put his money up and put his team of experts up to help with this family? With this young man case? If Bootsy didn't believe in this young man and have no faith in this young man, you think he would put his money up and send his people over there to help with him? You think Carla B would put her money up and put her people in place to help with this case? Then Taraji Henderson, I don't know the lady's last name, y'all, but anyway, she's a celebrity. You think she would put her money up to help with this case? No. If they didn't believe this young man was innocent. Content creators on here is fighting for him every day on all platforms, not on just YouTube. Some may be saying some negative stuff and some of them may not. I don't listen to all the platforms. I just stay right here at YouTube, because this is where my platform is, right here on YouTube. And my name of mine is the Lady of Elegance Collections, because I make candles and room diffusers and sprays and pearls and necklaces and bracelets, and I'm making a lot of different things on my channel. And I bought this channel, got on this channel to help me with my business and help me with my retirement. I don't know when I'm going to retire. I don't know when it's going to come. And whenever the Lord is leading me, that's when I retire. That's the reason why I have my channel. But I love football. I talk a lot about football on my channel with Shador Sanders. Love that young man. That young man gave me hope for myself. He said some powerful things to me. Dude, and he don't know nothing about me, but his speaking gave me a lot of hope and not to give up and keep doing what I'm doing. He didn't say it directly to me, but I can read in between the lines. He fought. He fought. He might have been a 5th round pick, y'all, but the man fought. His daddy taught him well not to give up. And now he's the #1 out there. With the media, with Brown media, Cleveland Browns football team. I don't know what they're doing with this young man, but I tell you what, let him trade him. And he goes to Dallas, or he goes to the Saints, or he goes to the Steelers. Man, please, that would be a powerhouse. Cleveland Browns can do whatever they want to do, but make that mistake. And this is the way I feel, the same way about Karmelo Anthony. This young man had the grades, and everybody jumping out. He came out of a two-parent household. You know what? Let me get y'all straight on that. And you know that came up too. You can come out of a two-parent household, or you can come out of a one-parent household. And if you have some smart kids, ain't nothing that nobody can say. I don't care about the two-parent household. Him and his wife, Mr. and Mrs. Anthony, get along very well, and they do things together to raise their children. One-parent household does the same thing. You don't have to have a father in the household to raise your children. All you gotta do is go off the raising that your parents did for you, or your grandmother did for you. Because a lot of children was raised by their grandmother, because their parents wasn't able or financial to raise them. So the grandparents had to step in and help with them. My children, I raised my children. I'm in a one-parent household, but you know what? They had great fathers. My children was always smart. Always. Now, what they did when they got out of high school, that's on them. But I did have two. Went to college. One didn't want to go to college. But that's their choice. So I don't want to hear this thing about, majority of women don't have a man in their house. They are a one-parent household. And what? Oh, they don't know who their father is. And what? Every child out here in this world know who their parents are, whether they've been adopted or not. We women, we're going to stick together. And we're going to make our children get their education. Now, what they do with it, we ain't got nothing to do with it. Now, Karmelo Anthony came out of a two-parent household. His father made great money. His mother was a stay-at-home mom. Sometimes it's easier for one parent to work and the other stay home. Why? They can focus on the family more. And for two, if there's two parents that are making over $100,000 a year, you know what kind of taxes they have to pay back. Maybe it was easy for them to do it that way. But don't go out here and say, oh, he came out of a two-parent household, his parents, No, they work hard. Mrs. Anthony was a stay-at-home mom, but how did she get to that level to be a stay-at-home mom? She most likely had a job back in the day. And when her husband accepted another job, making more money, it was just cheap for her to stay home and see about the family. And that's what she did. I shout out to her. She worked hard. Mr. Anthony worked hard. Those children see that work ethic that the parents have, they're going to have the same work ethic, y'all. Karmelo seen his father up plenty of nights, probably studying books. In school somewhere, getting another degree to make his income a lot higher. That's where Karmelo Anthony got it from. He's smart. Yeah, he play ball, track, or whatever else he do. I don't know what all he do. But this young man was framed, and everybody know it. Stop with the foolishness. He wasn't a bully. He talked nice and kind to everybody. And you could tell he talked nice and kind to everybody because listen at the tapes how he talked to his coach. how he talked to the police officer. But was it right for them to put him in handcuffs? It wasn't. He was a minor. They handled him like he was a criminal who'd been killing people for 20, 30 years. Young man did that, y'all. Personally, he did not do that. Our content creators out here, y'all doing an awesome job. Because y'all breaking this thing down. They're making it simple and plain where I can understand it. Because I don't have a degree in criminal law. I'm working on a degree now. Something I should have had about 20 years ago, but I was busy raising my kids. Get theirs. Keisha bring some heavy hitters to her show. When she bring evidence to show you. Willie D, I shout out to him. He brings heavy evidence to show you. And then experience. My understanding, he got some threats. But you know, Willie D, you handle that perfect, man. I have to give a thumbs up to you, Willie D. Because what you did in your life, your past life, ain't nobody's business. Who cares? I don't. Thumbs up. You handled it. I don't like when people go and try to dig up dirt on other people for no reason. Take care of your own door over there. And don't come over here and try to sweep around nobody else's. What that song say? Sweep around your own front door before you sweep around mine. That's what people need to do. Stay out of people's affairs. Willie D, I give a shout out to you, thumbs up. You handle that. You handle that. Freezy, however you bum. Every time he get an answer, bum. And you brought the witness. Not the witness, but the people who actually seen the tape. And people studying that tape. And they're requesting that tape. I bet you the FBI got it. Hey, my girl, Tony Vestedup Tony. That woman know her stuff. When she comes, y'all, she come heavy. I learned a lot from her show. Before I even got to this big case here, she would tell me some things, how to get my channel out there. And she talked to me a lot, and she keep encouraging me a lot. You're not getting on this camera. Stay down. This is my cat, y'all. He always want to get on the camera. Oh, come on. Come on. He's heavy. Tell the people hey. Tell the people hey. Tell the people hey, Sebastian. See? Now, can you get down and stay down? My girl, Tony. Awesome. She's awesome, y'all. She awesome. Don't come back up here. She holds a members only for her members. And she go behind the scenes and talk to her members. And she the one taught me a lot of things about football and what to look for. I love her. I post pictures of her on my show. When I do my show, I don't know how to do the fancy live thing. Stop. I don't know how to do the fancy things on the computer. I have StreamYard. I don't know how to use it, so I'm still learning how to use it, even though I'm paying for it. She's getting threats out there too. But you know, God got all four of y'all wrapped up and protected. If you listen to her live this morning, I tell you what, the dream team for Karmelo Anthony 2026, y'all got a private, y'all don't even know it. Go out there and listen to her tape, her video. Karmelo Anthony, you coming home, son. The case have been broken. But we got to wait till the dream team say that. That's why I say it's a mistrial. That one content creator already broke the case. Listen to her live. It's out there. The woman is awesome. Karmelo Anthony, you coming home? I'm sorry about the other side. I'm calling for a mistrial. Because I don't want to see no young person go behind bars. No, none. On neither side. Karmelo Anthony coming home permanently. He's not going back. Somebody on the other side is going behind the bars in that little ugly suit that they put on Karmelo Anthony. And their head gonna get shaved. That's the reason why I'm calling for a mistrial. I do not want nobody else to go to prison for 35 years. And when this thing calls for a mistrial, I'm praying that they'll turn it over and say it was an accident. That's what I'm praying for, them saying it's an accident. But nobody won't get charged. Karmelo Anthony, I love you, man. You could be my grandson. I got to go to prayer. I went down in prayer for you. I prayed hard. Thought I prayed hard for Shador Sanders, but I believe I prayed a little bit harder for you. Shador Sanders is worrying about that football. We praying for him to make sure he get BQB1 and get on that field last year where he can show his talent. That's why we prayed for Shador Sanders. But this right here is a whole different ball game here. This ain't about throwing a football. This is about your life. That's why I prayed for that dream team. I couldn't do nothing but shout and thank God for that dream team to come to fight for you. I thank God for those celebrities that came and fight for you, who put that money where it needs to be to fight for you, Karmelo. You're a blessed young man. God is protecting you. He's going to bring you home. I can't say the same for the other side. Because there is a lot of moving pieces over there. They got to get it together. Thank you. Yes. Yes. We did pray. All the prayer warriors came together to pray for Karmelo Anthony to get out of that for that dream team. I prayed so hard. I told one of my friends, I said, this young man did not do this. I didn't see him doing this. I did not. Something happened there because it was still fighting up underneath this tent after Karmelo Anthony had done went on by his business, trying to get some help. He didn't do this. We all know he didn't do this. His parents raised him well. I thank God every day for that dream team. But they have an investigator, y'all, that they don't know they have for free. Content creator who have broke that case. The woman is awesome. And I can tell you that myself. She ain't bringing no drama. She don't believe in that drama. She getting straight to the point. She gonna do her paperwork before she come on the air. I pray God protect her, Willie D, Keisha, Freezy. Put your loving arms around them, God. Because they're bringing it. They're bringing it. And put your loving arms around this dream team that Karmelo Anthony has. A lot of people jealous of the dream team now. They're jealous of the dream team. They're hoping they'll miss something. That's why other attorneys are joining the dream team, but we don't know who they are. And they're not going to put their name out there. There's a lot of attorneys working on this dream team, with this dream team, making sure they got every I dotted and every T crossed. Because this is not going to be a mistake. This young man is not going to stay in prison for something he did not do. Sorry, the other side, but Karmelo Anthony didn't do this. He did not do this. Like I said in the beginning, I give my condolences to that family that lost their child. But just like my father raised me and my brother, go out there and be a bully if you want to. Somebody else out there a lot stronger than you. Because it'll be a word that two places you can go. Jail or the grave. My father taught us that when we were young. And the reason why he taught us that, because I was getting beat up, bullied by some girls. Ain't no one girl, 6 girls. And I was told, you better be careful when you get off the school bus this afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, because those girls coming after you. Really? Okay. Okay. I lived in the country. We had a whole bunch of limbs and trees, y'all. And I lived on a dirt road. And we had a ditch. That morning, when I went up to get ready to catch that school bus, I had me some limbs in the ditch. I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared. I got off that bus. They got off before me and they was ready, and I was ready too. I ran to that ditch and got that big old giant tree with those switches on it. My parents used to say, go out there and get me that tree where I can cut your butt with it. I went and got me a good one. I was swinging. All around, I was swinging. And my cousin ran home and see if my mama was home or somebody home. Cat getting beat up. Cat getting beat up by them girls. And cat getting beat up. And cat getting beat. Oh, the whole community. Because you know you don't take but one phone call back in the day. And then the whole community came out. And I was going crazy. I was going crazy with that stick. To this day, they still call me Crazy Cat. And my daddy said, what happened? I had a little scratches on me. They got a few licks. I was tearing butt up with that stick. My daddy said, what happened? I told him what happened. Dad said, them crazy girls jumped you. Yeah. He said, they bullied you? I said, yeah. He said, well, why didn't you tell us you were being bullied? I said, for what? He said, because I could have went to the parents and handled it. No, it wasn't no time for you to go to no parents and handle it, because then they'll call me Scary Cat. Okay, I'm Crazy Cat today. And you know, right now, I'm 63 years old. You know we were best of friends now? It didn't take but one time. See, this is what Karmelo Anthony did. He protected himself. He protected himself. The Lord fixed it where he can get out of that headlock, and he went running to get help. He didn't know what was happening. He was all confused. Just like I was all confused when them girls jumped me. But I ran to the ditch. He ran to the coach to get help. So that's the reason why I always say I give condolences to the other side. They lost their child. But you have to be careful how you raise your children. My father raised my brother and I not to be bullies in this world. Sit down and try to talk the problem out. Sometimes you can talk it out and sometimes you can't. Like one content creator said, if Karmelo Anthony wanted to take him out, he wouldn't use no knife or no tool. This generation right here do a bang bang shoot it up. They don't believe in fighting like the old fashioned way like what I was fighting. He didn't do anything, y'all. He didn't have anything. When he opened up his book bag, what did he have in that book bag? Food, his car keys, his cell phone charger. Go out there, it's out there. You can see it. I'm not putting it on my channel because I don't know how to do it in the first place. But if y'all want all that information, you go to somebody else's channel and find it. That young man was not there to hurt nobody. He was not out there to hurt old. I don't know what you're saying in these crazy languages, but I don't care. He was not there to hurt a soul. He was out there minding his own business, and he just was invited underneath the tent that caused all this commotion right here. That's all. I'm pleading, I'm praying that God just do a mistrial because and revert this thing to an accident. Because if don't, somebody going to jail over there. And they gonna be put in that little ugly suit that they put on Karmelo Anthony. Oh, okay. How you doing? Thank you for coming to my channel. You come in, just do a like, comment, and subscribe, and give me a thumbs up. So, hey y'all. Hey world. Let's keep fighting for Karmelo Anthony. For him to come home and be free. That's all I'm praying for. But I am calling for a mistrial. Because I don't want to see nobody lose their child to the prison cell. Behind those walls. But they should have told the truth on the stand. Thank you. They should have told the truth, which they were coached. So that's over. And Karmelo Anthony's friend, if you had anything to do with that, you need to make contact and ask for immunity and be the first one in line where you can get yourself some help. Because when at the end of the day, all this is going to be put on you. Because you started this foolishness from an invite. And that's the reason why I'm calling for a mistrial. Because I don't want to see you go behind the bars neither. And that's the reason why. Sir, I can't read Spanish. You got some of this stuff in Spanish here. I don't read Spanish. I just had to put this on a translator. If you don't want to listen to nothing else the 63-year-old lady got to say, the friend of Karmelo Anthony who invited him in, you need to speak up and go talk to somebody to get some help and say and ask for immunity. Because all this is going to be put on you. I understand they're saying that there's the other son that did it or accidentally did it. But it's going to be put on you, friend. Because the other boy ain't going nowhere. That's why I'm calling for a mistrial. I'm calling for a mistrial. I don't want to see nobody else's child go behind those walls and experience this foolishness that Karmelo Anthony had to, and is experiencing to fight to get out. It's not going to be easy for you, friend. They're going to put it all on you because you invited Karmelo Anthony in. I don't know what those boys did to you or you're afraid of those boys, but it's going to be put on you. Karmelo Anthony getting out. He going home to his family. He going to enjoy the rest of his life. He will never see the inside of that prison cell again. But friend of Karmelo Anthony, you better go get yourself some help. And your family better move fast. to get you protected. Because it's not funny. This is not a funny game. The FBI is out there. And I wouldn't be surprised if you get that knock on your door and you get arrested. The other family's hurting because they lost a child they can't see. It's going home to glory. I know they're saying some things that they shouldn't be saying about us, but they're going to have to come to us and apologize to us because we did not do nothing to them. Like we all say, we understand that this child is hurting, that he is hurting, the wife is hurting, and the brother is hurting. We understand all that. And they lost their child. I understand all that, but you don't have no right to come over here and call us all our names about single parent household, receiving government assistance. So you have no right saying that. Because we all over here work now. We all over here educated. So we couldn't fill out of a jury form. We can fill one out. We just didn't want to be on trial. But this is a wake-up call for our race here. Going out there and you get a call and say you got to be on jury duty, take it. I have been on plenty. But so what? Now you owe us apologies for that. And we all saying that we are sorry for you losing your child. And my condolence goes out to you every day. You just will never get over the death of your child. So, all we say, just stop saying stuff. And stop putting us in the middle, because we're not in the middle of this. Only thing we're saying, you put an innocent child behind bars that didn't do this. He did not do this. Is somebody out that group did it that's afraid of your children. So they feel that was opportune time to do it. Because they know, or they thought they know, Karmelo Anthony was going to get blamed for this. Like I said, my parents always say, when you're a bully, people are afraid of you, they'll go behind and do some underhand things to you. My parents always told my brother and I that. That's why we never carried ourselves for being bullies to nobody. But I'm going to tell you right now, you put your hands on me, I'm going to tear you up. I'm like, Karmelo, don't put your hands on me. I'm going to let you know. And that's the way the black race taught their children. And I taught the same thing to my children. Don't put your hands on me. Keep your hands to yourself. My children went to school, never got in a fight. I always told my children, people come with that foolishness, walk away. Now, if they put their hands on you, that's a whole different story. You're going to let somebody know. And if the teachers don't do nothing about it and the principals don't do nothing about it, you come home and tell your parents. The first thing you do, you come and tell your parents in the begin with. I always told my children this. If you feel like you're being bullied at school, and you feel like you done all you can do, don't keep no secrets from me. Come home and tell me. And let me handle it. This is what I always told my children. I never had no problem with none of my children in school, not with that foolishness. None of that. Karmelo Anthony told your son, don't put your hands on me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. That wasn't a threat. He's letting him know, don't touch me. He got up and moved and left if he hadn't touched him. But your son took it in his own hand. Snatched the book bag, snatched him up, 130 pounds. Your son weighed 200, how much? Snatched him up. If Karmelo Anthony had anything in his hand, y'all, he had dropped it. I tell you what, you have to listen to me. But go out there and listen to that content creator that done broke it down for you. And the FBI already done pulled the tape. And all them negative threats that y'all made towards her and Willie D and Keisha, I don't know about Freezy, because he didn't say anything. And anybody else, the FBI got it. He probably got my channel too. Most likely got mine. They watching everybody's channel. But Karmelo Anthony didn't do it. He did not do it. Innocent young man did not do it. Karmelo Anthony, keep your head up. You coming home. The prayer warriors is praying for you. Ignore all that negative foolishness rah-rah out there, because ain't nobody talking negative about you over here. You got 4 people that I know of as a content creator that's in your corner. Now, I can't say about the other ones because I don't listen to all the other channels because the platform is too big. I haven't, but I don't go to those things, y'all. Like I said, I have a small business over here, and I'm trying to get my business out to get myself set up and ready for retirement. I don't have time for all that nonsense. But I had to sit down and let the world know that I'm team Karmelo Anthony and team Shador Sanders and team whoever else that's in the right. I'm going to support, male or female. But justice will be served. And the friend of Karmelo Anthony, I'm telling you, son, and your family, to get you protected. Because the other side is not going to protect you now. The evidence has been shown. Changing clothes in the middle of, out there in broad daylight. Somebody else going to put whatever in the trash can to get out the trash can. Son, go get yourself protected. Call for immunity. If you don't hear to listen, nothing else I got to say. The other side's not going to protect you. You're on your own. They are hurting over there. They lost their son. And they want to blame somebody. They blaming Karmelo Anthony. But they see that ain't working. Because we praying for Karmelo Anthony to get out. Because we all know he didn't do it. Friend of Karmelo Anthony. I'm keep saying it. Go get you some help. Family of this friend of Karmelo Anthony. Protect your son. Help your son. And tell your son to walk in with your son to whoever. If you got to call over there to the dream team, say, look, I need to sit down and talk to y'all. They'll listen. You need help. And anybody else on the other side. But friend of Karmelo Anthony and family, y'all go get y'all some help now. This thing is getting serious. I'm calling for a mistrial. Well, this could protect everybody. And Karmelo Anthony get out probably for the rest of his life. He can go to college and do what he need to do to be this high-profile attorney. A lot of people not calling for a mistrial. A lot of people want to take this thing to court. But I'm leaving it all in God's hand. In God's hand. I don't want to see no young men behind bars. Especially going to prison. Same thing with females. I don't want to see none of our young people behind bars. I don't care what race you are. I don't want to see none of y'all go behind the bars and go into prison. Because y'all have a life to live. And y'all can make a difference in this society. But you're going to have to be honest and tell the truth. Because Karmelo Anthony didn't do this. Friend, you set this up. Why did you set it up? My question is, are you afraid of those twins? That's the reason why you set this up. And the other rest, you're afraid of them? And you supposed to be this young man's friend? I'm telling you, somebody coming knocking on your door. And you're going to be in the same boat Karmelo Anthony is getting out of. Because they're not going to protect you. Go today, tomorrow, whenever, and talk to somebody, family of this young man. Help your son. Walk your son in somebody's office and help him get immunity. Keep him going to prison because he's going. They can put it all on him because Karmelo Anthony coming home. Karmelo Anthony got a dream team. And that dream team is powerful. There's some heavy hitters. Again, family who lost a son, my condolences goes out to you. But this is a life lesson to everybody. Don't teach your children to be a bully. Because something like this can happen again. Don't teach your children that. Teach your children how to protect themselves. Yeah, I am not saying not to teach them how to protect. Teach them how to protect themselves. But don't teach them to go out there to be bullies and talk all nasty and ugly to young girls, young ladies, all up underneath their clothes. Don't do that. Like I said, I don't have a hate bone in my body. And I'm not racist at all. Never have been. I growed up into this. Never. I love all race. I try to help all race. If I can. And I have. Children, teenagers, adults. I have helped a lot. And I don't mean to go over on my time here, but I'm praying that this be a mistrial. Because this dream team gonna eat the other side up. And now they got an investigator, there's a content creator that the dream team didn't know they had. Because she broke the case, y'all. She broke the case. Broke the case. That's why I'm praying for God to protect her and the rest of that mainstream that know about all the laws and all that, because I don't know all that stuff. Only thing I can just give you a word of advice and prayer. I'd like to thank y'all for taking the time to listen to me this afternoon. I know I had to sit down and do this sooner or later, but I wasn't going to do it until I find out all the evidence. There's probably some more evidence out there. But the evidence that's shown now, Karmelo Anthony didn't do this. He's coming home. He's going to get this appeal. And it will be a mistrial. A lot of people don't want a mistrial. They want a case. But it will be a mistrial. Praying that it be a mistrial. But this friend of Karmelo Anthony, son, you and your parents need to go and get yourself some help. That's all I can say. Because they're going to put all this on you. They're going to say, you the one did this. You the one set this up. You the one caused this problem. And now I have lost a child. That's what they're going to say. Because they know Karmelo Anthony didn't do this. But what they didn't know, that Karmelo Anthony was going to have the protection like he has it. And he was going to have the power of people in his corner. They didn't know that. They didn't know that because they thought there was a win-win situation, and click, the keys were put in, clicking, and then throw away the keys. And I'm praying. God answered prayers. An innocent man is behind bars, behind a setup. Lord have mercy. Heavenly Father, I pray that you put your loving arms around those content creators who's fighting for justice for Karmelo Anthony, his dream team. Lord, keep blessing them, keep protecting them, let them find all the information that they need where this young man can come home. Lord, I ask you, Lord, to the other side, Karmelo Anthony's friend, touch his heart, his family heart, to get around their son and get him some help. That's all I can ask for, Lord. This is too deep, too big. We can't fight it. They can't fight it. I ask you, Lord, just to bless, just to ease the pain of that family who lost their child. Give them a little bit of ease, Lord. Just ease a little bit of the pain. Because I know they're going through it. Because they lost a child due to an accident. And it got out of control and it got out of hand. Lord, I'm praying for a mistrial. Lord, let this be a mistrial. I'm praying for a mistrial, Lord. And that's all I can say. I come to you, Father, asking you and requesting a mistrial. When Karmelo Anthony come home permanently and go on by his life, when he become that criminal attorney. Lord, the reason why I'm requesting and asking for a mistrial because it's some other people getting ready to get hurt. And I don't want to see no young person go behind those walls. It's not that I'm protecting them, Lord, but my heart goes out to them. And let this be a learning lesson, Lord, if you make this a mistrial for everyone. And the name calling and the blasting and all that will stop. Let the FBI come in and do what they need to do. And I'm praying that they will do their job and cut this and stop all this nonsense. This is the prayer I pray, Lord. And Lord, I'm asking you, Lord, just keep me up, Lord. Just keep me being humble to you and giving you thanks and praise for what you have done. Lord, just keep blessing me and helping me with my finance and with my business, Lord, because I can't do it without you. Lord, as I read the 23rd Psalm, the Lord is my shepherd, I should not want. And I know you're going to take care of it, Lord. Amen and amen. Yeah, I'm fighting tears because I don't want to cry again. But my heart goes out to everyone. On both sides. The Anthony family. Y'all gonna get your son back. And you gonna get your son home. And he coming home permanently. He's not going back behind those walls. That dream team that he has and that private investigator that nobody knows about. You gotta get your son home. Just hold on. Keep praying. I know your hearts are heavy, but read the 23rd Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in green pasture. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, I walk through the valley of shadow of death. I fear no evil. Thy rod and thy staff shall comfort me in all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen. Amen. It is done. And the family, it's done. Your child is coming home. And I'd like to thank you for listening. I'd like to thank Dr. Candace Owens for giving you that list of names. And I celebrities who's backing y'all 100%. They're not doing it for publicity. Believe me, they ain't doing it for publicity. They get publicity every day. But they got faith. And they know your son is telling the truth. He's coming home. He's getting out of there. I can't say when, but he's coming home. God's going to ease your pain. I'm in your corner. Like I said, that could have been my grandson in this mess. But thank God, he's being protected. I know heart is heavy. He's tired of sleeping on those rough beds. And he's used to sleeping on that plush mattress. I got a mattress myself. And I need a new mattress as well. But, you know, you got to get the money right. Besides the vehicle, got to get that right too. But your son is coming home. All jokes aside, your son is coming home. Okay, I can't thank God enough for the people who's fighting for him. Don't worry about the negative out there. Don't worry about them people out there speaking that negativity out there. Don't worry about that. They ain't got nothing else to do. We understood why you left the courtroom. Because they moved you out of the courtroom. We understand that. Because you wanted to be in that courtroom when your son was getting sentenced. They moved you out. But it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. You're going to be fine. Y'all raised a great boy there. Young man. Not a boy. A young man. You're going to be all right. The other side, as I stated earlier, and all through my videos, I'm sorry you lost a child. Don't have much to say. I just sorry you lost a child. I'm not saying anything negative about y'all over there. But I'm sorry y'all lost a child. My condolences go out to you. I understand you're grieving and your pain. And I'm asking God to release some of that pain from you. But there was a lot of mistakes made in that. I'm just sorry. But you're going to have to come to our race. And you're going to have to apologize to our race. Because you went somewhere that you shouldn't have went. We didn't have anything to do with that. I know I didn't. All I can say, I'm sorry you lost your child. My condolences go out to you. I know your heart is heavy. So stop the foolishness, because that's what it is. The friend of Karmelo Anthony, son, you and your family, go get you some help. Community. Because if you don't, you're going to be in that boat where Karmelo Anthony is at right now. Because all of it's going to come down on you. Because they're going to say, you set this mess up. You started this mess. And they're going to point fingers at you. and you caused the son to lose his life. If I was you, the Lord is moving. Family, get your son protected. Get your son up out of there. Get him to somebody that will sit down and listen to him. If he got to call somebody on that dream team, tell them what happened, where they can help him. But that's on you. I'm just here praying. My prayers goes out to the Anthony family. And Karmelo will come home. I forgive you. But you caused this mess. You caused it so bad that the other family's hurting, and he pointing fingers at us because he lost a child. And I understand that. But you shouldn't put us in the middle of that because we ain't got nothing to do with that. Now his child's gone. He will never see his child again. But friend of Karmelo Anthony, get your family, get your son protected because they come knocking on your door. And let him tell the truth. Because nobody really gonna listen to him because he lied on the stand. But there's somebody will listen. Somebody from that dream team. Get yourself some help. But I'm finna get off of here now and go work in my business a little bit. My little studio I got. Got some work to do over there and might be back alive showing my work. Gotta do another live or just a regular recording. But my job is not done. I'll be talking about Karmelo Anthony every day. Even when I'm working in my little studio, making my little items, I'm still gonna be talking about Karmelo Anthony while I'm making my items. Don't hate me for no apparent reason, because I'm just telling you the truth. I'm fighting for Karmelo Anthony, and I'm calling for justice for Karmelo Anthony. Y'all, thank y'all for listening to me. Y'all have a great afternoon. Go enjoy your family, your children, grandchildren, and go lay out by the pool where it's cool at. Have a nice afternoon. The Lady of Elegance Collections. Bye bye.